Setbacks and heartbreaks are absolutely inevitable. They're unavoidable. Everyone at some point has to deal with them, maybe even on a day-to-day basis, but especially in your life on many occasions, there will come moments that are just not that fun, that will hurt you, that will make you feel bad, and things that you actually want to avoid if possible, but aren't avoidable. You will always have to deal with them. So, in my opinion, it is very unnecessary to try and avoid them because you will not avoid them. It's impossible to avoid them. So, from my point of view, it's way better to try and understand them, try to understand the situation, try to understand why you feel this way, why things have happened, and just learn and focus on how to deal with them instead of trying to avoid them, trying to shield yourself from them, or trying to run away from them. Because there's also a lot of knowledge to be found. And again, everyone has to deal with them. Yes, for some people, they are worse than for others, but in yourself, it might, for these people, it might feel the same way. Something which for you doesn't feel that big of a deal might for someone else be a very big of a deal. And someone else might have a lot of problems with it and might struggle a lot with it. So hoping to avoid them is, in my opinion, absolutely foolish. Because again, you cannot avoid them. They come in different forms and sizes. They come when you least expect them, when you think that everything is going fine, when you think that everything is going correctly, maybe even especially when you think that everything is going fine, you almost should be a little bit suspicious why everything is going fine and that there might be something ahead of you, something waiting for you that just absolutely obliterates you. Might be a heartbreak, might be a setback, whatever. They come in different forms and sizes, and especially just when you don't expect them. So trying to run away from them, trying to do things of which you think that will shield you or that it will not hit you is absolutely foolish, because it doesn't make any sense, and it is just an absolute waste of your time. Because even the more you try to avoid it, the more you try to run away from it, the harder it hits you. The harder it hits you. Especially think about people that are always very cautious, trying to shield themselves, trying to find ways to prepare themselves so these things don't happen to them. These people almost get hit the hardest, because when they are not expecting something to happen to them, and when it does happen to them, they're absolutely to the bottom, to rock bottom. They don't know how to handle them. They have no tough skin. They cannot do anything about it, and that's absolutely the last place that you want to be. So also, you need these setbacks and you need these heartbreaks for yourself to develop and to evolve, to learn new things. Because if they don't happen to you, you'll simply not learn. You will always only do the same things because everything is going great. And things might also go very great, and you might be doing them correctly. But if you don't get any feedback, because it's basically feedback. If you have a heartbreak, you might not be the reason because of the breakup or of the heartbreak, but there is always a lesson to learn. There's always something that you could have done differently. There's always a different way to do things. And you can only you can only learn what it is, you can only understand what it is when these things happen. And it might be even so that the more of these things that happen to you, the more you learn and the more you evolve. So it's basically very simple. And that is what I mean with trying to understand it. So when you fully understand and fully feel deep down in yourself that if there is something holding you back, if there is a setback, if there's something that's hurting you, it actually is a very good opportunity for you to learn something from it, to evolve, to grow, and to do things in a different way. So in many cases, you might think that because you now have a setback, you are being held back, or things are stopping you, while in fact, it might actually be just the thing that you need. It might just actually be the thing that's that's learning you something new that is very necessary for you to make a new step, to grow in a different direction. And this is for heartbreak a very good example, because A lot of people, you might have experienced this for yourself. You're in a relationship and you are afraid to lose it. But things happen, it doesn't work out, you made a mistake, he or she made a mistake, whatever it is. Now you feel very, very bad, it hurts you a lot. But in a couple of years, you meet someone new or you meet someone else who fits way better for you, who is doing things that are working way better for you. Your whole situation, your whole world, your whole life looks way better. Now, in the moment of the heartbreak, in the moment of the relationship, this could be, it could also be with friends or maybe with their business or with your job or whatever. In the moment, you think that this is the worst thing that could have happened to you, and in a couple of years, you find someone new, you learn you learn something new. You do something in a different way which otherwise wouldn't have happened, and now you look back and think to yourself, you thank God, thank you, I'm glad this happened to me because now I am in a way different situation that feels a lot better. So when you understand this, when you're fully aware of the fact that when something happens, it is a very good opportunity which could maybe even catapult you to something that is working a lot better for you. So when you are aware of this, when you understand this, then and you are in a moment, there is a setback, there is a heartbreak, there is whatever, you need to pause and feel and experience what is happening. And then you need to really sit down and think about it. You have to figure out what it is teaching you to build that emotional intelligence. Because if you always say or give other people or say that other people are the reason that you're in this situation, then it's an absolutely waste of your time, and it's an absolutely waste of the opportunity because you didn't learn anything. And in every situation there is something that you could have done differently. So it's very important to not look for distractions, to not go out and talk with other people, to not go on YouTube and watch videos about it, or even listen to other people and listen to people what they are saying, or trying to look for a shoulder to cry on, but actually dive deep into it. Understand what it is that you're feeling and how it made you feel, so that if you are in the future in the same kind of situation, you don't do the same things. So if there's, for example, heartbreak and it hurt you very, 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 very much, that's a very good motivator to not come or to not go into the same direction, to not do the same things as you've done before. And that's why it's so, and that is what is giving people emotional intelligence, understanding yourself, trying to figure out what is happening. Why do I feel this way? And not simply say, well, I feel this way because my relationship has ended or I've lost my job. Go deeper into this. Why does it make you feel this way? Who are you? What are you? What is important to you? Why was this relationship? Why was this job? Why was this thing so important to me? And there's always a way deeper reason beneath it, a way deeper reason to figure out for yourself. And if you understand it, then you will learn yourself, then you know more about yourself, then you learn more about yourself, and then you can go out and help other people, understand why someone acts in a certain way. Because you understand on a deeper level what people are thinking and what people are feeling, because you also feel the same things. And yes, people do have different things they want and do have different feelings, but in looking at it from a broad perspective, everything boils down to a few certain things, especially if you are living in the same kind of environment or in the same kind of system. So it's very, very important to not look for distractions and firstly figure out what it is that happened, what you can learn from it, what you did wrong, how you can do things differently, and try to understand yourself, because that's the only way to understand yourself, not by going out and looking for a shoulder to cry on and let other people tell you how you feel, or let other people tell you what your problem is. You have to figure it out yourself. And finding these answers, finding more about yourself, that is what makes you strong from the inside. Because going to the gym, for example, and training your body, or going out running, makes your body strong, or makes yourself strong from the outside. But even when you're as strong as possible and your relationship breaks up, or you lose your job, are you then as strong from the inside as you are from the outside? Because you can be super, super strong from the outside. You can have all the muscles you want, But when something happens and you're sitting in home crying, those muscles ain't gonna do anything for you. So it's super important to keep digging deep, trying to understand yourself. And that's how you build, in my opinion, a more strong mental situation or mental health for yourself, because you do understand yourself. And when then something happens, it ain't that difficult to deal with, because you understand what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and you also then know how to deal with it. And that is my perspective. That's how I look at it. Let us know about yours. Share them in the comments. If you have any question, also send me a message or share them in the comments. And for now, thank you again very much for listening.